Hello everyone, this is more a gimmick than an actual build, but I will be showing it on the Dreamkiller character, which is Rogue Dream Masteries. What I wanted to show you is the Desecrated and Profaned armor, which has very specific, how to call it, features. Maybe features would be a good word here. They all have the same stuff. They give poison resistance, poison retaliation, which means everybody hits us who is going to get hit with poison. Then it improves our poison damage, and we are playing rogue, so we use poison. It lowers health regeneration. That's why we are using viney growth on it to make it even. And it may have some other stuff like energy regeneration. Here also energy regeneration. Might have even health regeneration, then it's lowered. It's only taking half health regeneration, this one, because it kinda has like +2 health regeneration instead of -2.5 or something like that. Or maybe it should be -3 and it has +2.5 and it's almost not taking any health. Usually when you use this armor, you're going to have like -10 health regeneration and you're going to lose health. And this is a better version. It's probably on Epic. Level 24, and it has higher stats, 36 poison resistance, 162 on its own, poison retaliation, poison damage, it takes more health, and again energy regeneration. So overall this one is doing 160, 230, 290, 360, 100, poison retaliation at least, and I'm not sure if it's connected with the skills. For instance, this one is this 6 poison damage applied to this or not. What I know is that it actually does a lot of damage without any problem because it's in the armor. It's not taking any energy. We don't need to actually have a damaging trance or a ring of fire. The only problem is that it doesn't work on ranged characters, so you have to kill manually ranged characters, but all melee characters are going to get poisoned. And of course, if there are ghosts and some undead and devices and golems, they are not gonna get poisoned. So it's not working on everybody, but it's very high passive retaliation you can have, and it's gonna work on some enemies. So I'm going to show you two things here because this is also a video about farming spot for higher level characters like 15 to I guess 25. This is Act 2. We are in the village of Sais, and exactly this is the second teleport the Lower Nile in the second act in Egypt. So we move down from here to the south. I'm going to activate my poison. I can't use Honing Blade because I'm actually using an axe. I'm using also Trance of Convalescence, very important, because now I have 52 regeneration. Without it, only 5 regeneration. So we basically need this to have nice health regeneration, but because we have viney growth, even without the trance, we actually have a +5 and we're not losing any health. And the build I'm using, as for stats, is very easy. I put equally points into everything, so 130, 134. So I'm just going equilibrium build, equally putting points to everything, so eventually I'll be able to use, like you can see, I can use everything you see here. Basically any item you want you can just use because well, you have equal amounts, and this is not very high level gear and we don't have any holes in our statistics. It will eventually go to like 200 and more. And we also have very high poison resistance. It goes even it can be even maxed on epic and legendary because this is really giving us a lot of poison resistance. It's like 20, 40, 60, 96 at least. Okay, now let's go to the combat. I'm not gonna use a summon, just let them hit me, and they are being poisoned and they all die, just like that. So all melee characters will just die, and I'm going to press X because this is another place with quest related monsters, and they are dropping again mob specific loot, which is reptilian stuff, which I already have on my character, like here. All this is reptilian stuff, just like the spider stuff and Arachnos. Yes, Arachnos. Here is reptilian, so Arachnos was like 24 armor, and this stuff is like 50 armor and higher. 57, I guess. Everything is 57. Yeah, I don't have any more. Yeah, I have some here. Again, 57. So we can switch from Arachnos gear to reptilian gear. It's mostly using strength, but because I'm equally putting points, I also have 190 strength. I can use it no problem if I want to. But I decided to use the whole Profane set. And the Profane or Desecrated set usually needs more intelligence, so it's more for mages. We're gonna kill now this second group. Let them come to us. I don't see any mages, so they are just going to die. And somehow they are not doing enough damage to even break through my defense at all. I'm just regenerating. This is a green item. They also drop from those mobs. And they all died. And you also can find green weaponry here if you want. Just keep resetting this area and you get it eventually. Okay, so I'm now going to teleport to this area again. Lower Nile, just to make it faster. I'm going to show you the second part of this area, and in the end I'm going to tell you about stats that I'm using. I'm not really using many of them. I mean, not stats, but skills. Stats are just equal stats. Every statistic goes equal by equal amounts, like 130. And I'm gonna show you skills in a moment. Just finish off some enemies. Like you can see, they're also getting poisoned. Not the one that's shooting at us, but others just died without me doing anything. I'm gonna collect some more. Let them hit me. This one is dying, already dead. And you can see their HP dropping like crazy. We take experience. Now on the right mouse button I'm using maxed Phantom Strike. Actually it's level 1, but Dream Stealer is maxed, so I can do damage to a whole group of enemies and leech their mana. It's quite useful. It's not getting hit for much because it's mostly poison, and I'm using quite a weak weapon if I'm looking only at flat damage. And I'm gonna Phantom Strike this one. Almost dead, one hit and it's done. They all got poisoned. All the melee skeletons got poisoned. I'm hacking at the obelisk again. They're slowly dying from poison. And the third one detonated. Okay. Now I can just slowly finish off all the ranged characters, while all the melee characters will just die. They're going to attack us and die. You don't have to worry about them. Just finish off the bowmen and the mages. They lose aggro as well when I'm using Phantom Strike, so it's sort of a ninja build. Assassin ninja. It's called Dreamkiller, I don't know why. But it's more like an assassin, actually. I think there is a build called Assassin, but it's, this one is more like Assassin, more like a real assassin. And everything is dead. You can just repeat it, teleport again, or just quit and get right back to the fountain and just clean the reptiles again. Just do it over and over again. You can level up here. It's probably from like level 15 to 25, because you're usually level 15 when you start Egypt. When you make it to the second teleporter, you can just farm here for a while. And I will finish off with showing you this the skills. So as for Dream Mastery, it's mostly Trance of Convalescence maxed, just to make sure that you are actually getting health and not losing it. Then it's maxed Dream Stealer to make those powerful attacks and killing groups of enemies, which for some reason didn't get poisoned. For example, you can kill a group of mages. Then I just put some points, 1 point into Phantom Strike to use it, 1 point into this passive. No, it's not a passive, it's a summon, and here is the passive. Also 1 point because it's very low character, 29 level only. I also have 1 point in this, just in case. Also you can use it when you're just starting, it's easy to get. Trance of Empathy. And this is for defense again, 1 point. And Rogue, we max Blade Honing, Calculated Strike. I already started getting Lucky Hit to this. It's also to improve the damage when we are actually attacking something. Usually we are not, because basically every melee character will die on its own. Just have to chase bowmen and mages. One to disarm traps, just to have a little bit bonus when we're killing the devices and constructs. And maxed poison, because it goes together with the poison bonus from the armor. So this is more a gimmick, because it can be used on pretty much any character, especially mage, rather than a build. But I just wanted to show you that there exists such a thing as desecrated and profaned armor. You can use it this way just to passively kill some enemies. Might be quite fun. I just decided to show it to you. And also it kinda covers the Dreamkiller build, even though it's not really finished. And what else I'm using? This is quite interesting shield, because it has a chance of life leech retaliation. So basically, if they hit me, they get poisoned, and they also heal me, because I'm leeching life from them. And also I'm regenerating like crazy with this 50 regeneration. So this is quite nicely working together with the build, even though it's quite weak shield actually. Necklace is adding poison damage and also chance to avoid projectiles, only 10%, but at least something. Also Spectral Matter goes very nicely with this Phantom Strike, because it leeches mana, and also Spectral Matter leeches mana on every strike. This is another Spectral Matter, so we have two of them. And here I had to put intelligence just to be able to use this profaned version, because it needs more intelligence. So I'm temporarily using this ring. Then I can switch it to something else. And this weapon actually has 75% damage to plants, and it's equally increasing all our statistics. So it's kinda useful, and I can also farm vine growth with it, with this character, killing plants quickly and being very resistant to poison. And yeah, and this also adds to poison and gives us poison retaliation. Maybe it's also improved by the whole poison damage here. Maybe not, I don't know, I cannot really test it, but if it does, that's great. If not, it's still quite a nice item. Also, it adds even more poison resistance, so actually we have over 100 poison resistance from the entire build. And of course, you can get a better version of this. You can have 4 profanes, and probably there's even higher on legendary version of this. So you can just keep improving this character and keep having this poison skin feature on it. Probably it will work with any other character as well. I just picked Dreamkiller for the sake of it, just to test how it works. It works quite nicely, as you can see in the video. So that would be it, and see you in another material.